All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Baro is back, so let's talk about what he has brought for us today. And what he has brought for us today is not a great deal, let's say. We have the new item, which is the Paracesis Alixus skin. Unfortunately, with the way heavy blades have kind of shaken out in the new melee system, heavy blades are probably the worst they've literally ever been. So this is maybe a bad time for the Paracesis to get a new skin, let's say. So that's unfortunate. But beyond that, we have Fang Fusillade, which is absolutely worthless, and I would not use it on any weapon as its current state. And then we have Vermilion Storm, which this is a stance for claws. The problem with this stance is that Malicious Raptor exists, which is pretty much purely better in every conceivable way than this stance. So it's probably not a thing you're going to want to pick up. Astral Twilight, this is a very good stance, I would say. It is like actually one of the better stances from the changes, so you're definitely going to want one, but these are not that hard to come by, and 385 ducats is a significantly larger price to pay than I would ever pay for it. Just do some Kuva siphons and you'll get one. And unfortunately, Tempo Royale. So Tempo Royale, because I think heavy blades are kind of in a rough spot right now, it's kind of hard to recommend. Is this harder to farm? Yeah. Is this maybe the most convenient way to get it? Yeah, but it's not on like the most powerful melee weapons in the game anymore. Like, it's just not for those anymore, and I think that's kind of a bummer because I really liked old Tempo Royale. But the stance is just worse than it was, and it's the best heavy blade stance, sure, but like none of the heavy blade stances are really helping heavy blades out right now. So I don't really know if I can recommend this. If you want to try it, this is the best way to get it, technically, but kind of rough at 385 ducats. Aside from that, we have the Prisma Grimlock, which is not a weapon that I very much like, especially not at MR11. But if you're into the Grimlock, if you're into this type of firing weapon, you can definitely make it work. And it will perform in most enemy levels that you're likely to encounter if you really like that type of weapon. Prisma Twin Gremlins. These are some generic crit secondaries, but because they are generic crit secondaries, they get the job done. Turns out they are very solid weapons that are actually worthwhile at the MR11 price. So go for these. Worthwhile. Also worthwhile, the Mara Detron. This is by far the best weapon here, and it's the lowest MR. Please, for the love of God, get a Mara Detron. It is an excellent tool that is just super accessible, easy to build, not very forma intense, like really good stuff. I think everyone should have a Mara Detron. It is an absolutely excellent weapon. So yeah, definitely grab that. Aside from that, we don't really have anything else here that is like gameplay relevant. So let's move on over to console and see what they got today. Hopefully they made out a little bit better. Okay, so over here on consoles, you guys have slightly, yeah, it's about the same quality overall, but you guys have Prime Charge Shell, which is a just purely better elemental for shotguns, which is nice, and also Prime Target Cracker, which goes on basically all relevant secondaries. There's a couple it doesn't go on, but by and large, this is going to go on pretty much all the things, so definitely worth picking up. Outside of that, I will just state again that you should not, under any circumstances, be getting these dual stat heat mods from Baro. It is a gigantic waste of ducats. Just do the spy missions that these come from. It is not hard to look up what missions they come from. Just go and do those instead. It is so much more time efficient to just do that as opposed to wasting a bunch of ducats that you could spend on other things like cosmetics or like more copies of Prime Target Cracker to sell for platinum or just anything more worthwhile than buying these when you could just easily farm them. Outside of that, there's the Prisma Veritux, also known as 3000 Mastery, and there's the Prisma Angstrom, also known as 3000 Mastery. So you guys have that. There's the Redeemer Alixus skin, and after console gets the Sacrificial Steel buffs, the Redeemer is going to have a really nice build. So if you really like how this skin looks, grab it for the Redeemer Prime probably. is just a minor note here. And then outside of that, there is really not much else. So that is going to do it for Baro. There is a dev stream today, so expect a dev stream breakdown later today. Looking forward to whatever they're going to be showing. And yeah, should be a good time. I will see you guys there.